Couch party with a couple of friends. Couch party, I hope it never ends. We all do comedy, it's a dichotomy, cause if you don't laugh, you'll probably die inside.
Hello! Welcome everyone to the show. I just realized that I forgot to make a new stinger intro, so it said episode 3, but it's technically episode 4 and the faces don't match. But welcome to Couch Party. Thanks for joining us. If you've never tuned in, this is just a chill stream with my comedian friends, where we try and make each other laugh by playing Jackbox Games and telling jokes. And tonight we have a special treat for you because we are going to be improvising TED Talks using slides that we've never seen before. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So if you're watching in the chat, if you could participate by commenting, just give us topics. It can be vague or it can be specific. If we get a vague topic, we will workshop it and make it more specific. But we need topics that you wouldn't expect to see in an academic discussion or presentation. So throw those in the comments. I have a few preloaded comments from Twitter and Facebook that we may be pulling from. But if you're watching live, feel free to comment there. So, how's everybody doing tonight?
Doing good.
I am hanging in there.
You gotta
Just the last 2 days off work. But I've been feeling all right today.
That's good.
I'm sure you wanted to know that on your comedy show. Right?
Yeah,
now.
I did.
Good Friday tomorrow. I get a half day, so that's nice.
You get a half day for Good Friday? Where do you work?
I work, I have the least funny job. I'm a financial advisor, so I trade on the stock market and stuff.
Oh.
Hysterical.
Yeah. Well, you probably have the most stable job out of any of us.
No comment?
Sure. Okay.
Okay. Lyons is a scientist. I guess that counts.
Parker is a teacher.
Yeah,
I'm
not
worked
very
in
stable,
the
though.
last 5 years.
Yeah, it's free, but you do it's like freelance, right?
No, I'm salaried.
Okay, all right. Well, my job is the least stable of anyone's because I do YouTube, and for some reason, all of my menus in this streaming service tonight are in Spanish, and I can't change them back to English. But it's a good thing that I know Spanish because I'm Mexican, technically. Let's introduce tonight's guest. Joining us for the first time. To my right, we've got Jacob. He's a good friend of mine who abandoned me and moved out to a new place, and subsequently dissolved my local improv group, which is the reason why I don't do TED Talk presentations anymore. We used to have a whole show where all we would do was improvise TED Talks, and Jacob and also Tyler, who's been on the show before, both moved away, and then we didn't have enough people to keep doing them. So thanks for that. You're getting married next week, though.
I am super excited. I think she's actually watching the stream right now. Her name's Maddie. And I knew her from a D&D table I ran. So I actually do more D&D as my improv fix, make comedy table stuff right now. But now that COVID's kind of over, there's a big improv scene up here in Washington. So, but no, I totally miss my friends down in Utah. There's a really cool improv scene down there. And Alan's a cool dude. That group was a super, super fun team. So it's a shame.
Yeah, well, we miss you, so it's good seeing you. That's a benefit of me doing this for a living, is I get to keep in touch with all the people who left us. And I see there's a little bit, there's more people joining the stream now. If you're just joining us, please in the comments give us a comment, a topic that we will improvise a TED Talk on. So just something you wouldn't necessarily expect to see in an academic study. So that's Jacob joining us. He's joined us a couple times and often has to leave early. It's my good friend Sam with a stable, and we're gonna skip over him completely because he's on the phone. Down at the bottom, we've got Jason, who goes by Lions because I know two Jasons, and he's a scientist. And I'm sorry that I implied that his job was not stable.
No, you're right.
Well, what? But if you're dealing with unstable isotopes, is it a stable job?
You joke, but I do deal with unstable isotopes.
That's why I brought it up.
Ah.
You do radioactive research?
He's like a bioscientist. I'm pretty sure he made COVID.
No, but you use it as an imaging thing, right?
I'm in analytical biochemistry. I do mass spec and extractions and all that.
That sounds like something I completely understand.
I got a dollar that says you don't.
I was using sarcasm because this is a comedy show.
I was using... Never mind.
Nothing is funnier than correcting people.
And right next to Lions on the bottom is my good friend Parker, who's a teacher. How you doing, Parker?
It's not stable because I think about quitting every day.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So if that's our qualifier...
I'm trying to convince Parker to quit his job and also start a rival YouTube channel. And
drive up the competition.
I'm sure your wife would be very happy about that.
I'm sure the people who our mortgage company would also be thrilled about that too.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good. I worked for a long time though. Not finishing school to get us into a position where I could take a year off and see if this thing works. Sam is still on the phone. Do you guys want to workshop some ideas for? I have a few slides ready. I'm going to pull up the suggestions. So we've got one in the chat talking about how a very specific breed of dogs are good dogs, Shiba Inus. But I feel like it's too specific for a presentation. So how can we, excuse me. Let's pivot that title into something usable, something about breeding dogs.
I'm sorry, do you not know a lot about Shiba Inus?
I don't know anything about dogs.
They're like the meme of dogs.
They're like the cute fun dogs.
I thought pugs were the meme of dogs because their noses don't work because we like bred them to extinction.
Okay,
Shiba
I'm
Inus
back.
are Japanese hunting
Welcome
dogs.
back, Sam.
That was my tax person.
Your tax person?
Well, like because they're not like my, it's just H&R Block.
Oh, okay.
And so she's just asking some questions, and there's a language barrier, so it's a little difficult. But then she's like asking, okay, so what time would you like to come in tomorrow to wrap up? And I said, oh, whatever time works best for you. And she says, oh, well, I'm here in the office from 9 in the morning to 9. And I said, okay, well, then how about 12?
And then that doesn't
says,
work.
Oh, I'm actually busy then.
Yeah.
The only times I have open are 9:30 to like that's
so open with that.
What works best for you?
That's I have that problem all the time when I'm scheduling to give blood. Bless their hearts, the people who have to make those cold calls. I do it frequently but the people who call to schedule, are often the exact same way. I was like, okay, I can only, like, my schedule is very specific because my wife works and I have kids, so I can only do after 5 p.m. on these days. What day works? Oh, well, does Tuesday at noon work? No, I can't do that.
I just, whenever I get called, I tell them I've been traveling internationally.
Well, I actually want to give blood is the thing. So I'm like giving them all the lead they need, and they still can't sink it, you know?
Do you know your blood type?
What?
Do you know your blood type?
Yeah.
Do you feel comfortable sharing that?
Is that information you should feel uncomfortable sharing on the internet? I don't
You
know.
haven't shared it yet, so I feel like you're new to it.
It could make you a target of the illegal blood trade. Just
But
wake up in the middle of the night with a syringe in your arm.
Lines.
I am the most basic blood type, just A positive. So
we gonna do some Jackbox or what?
yeah.
You sure you don't want to talk about blood some more? It's pretty cool.
A material for the Jackbox, man.
Yeah, let's warm it up. Let's warm up doing some Jackbox, and then we will break into Improvise TED Talks. Should we just do Quiplash because that's the good standard warm up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good one to start. Always a good one to start.
In the meantime, in the comments, once again, throw out some topics that you would like to see us give a blind presentation on. Skip. Hold on. I'm opening up the menu and Master.
So here's the thing about Shiba Inus.
Yeah. So what do they look like? They're not the pugs. What are they?
No, they're like the heck.
The what?
They're the meme dog.
They're like the horny bonk.
Which meme? Do you know how many dog memes there are on the internet?
I'm gonna Google meme dog right here, and you're gonna feel like an idiot. Oh, Doge.
Okay, but there's also the open mouth. Okay, that's the same one.
That's the breed.
Okay, that's a Shiba Inus.
Shiba Inu.
Shiba Inus.
It's incredible. I mean, it's fine, but it's amazing they're that unfamiliar with it because I feel like it's a pretty common dog.
I'm allergic to dogs. I know nothing about them.
Listen here, I've got a good investment in Dogecoin, so I know all of that.
Really?
I think during the hype, I bought like 20 of them.
Oh, okay.
But man, if they ever swell up to where Bitcoin is at, you guys are all gonna feel pretty dumb.
That's fair. It's true.
Okay, I have sent you guys the password in the private chat so you can join the game. The audience, let me share the screen. The audience can also join as an audience. So. Jackbox.tv. If you don't remember how this works. Sam, we skipped over your intro.
Yeah, keep them guessing.
Oh. I think we decided that this layout was better, right?
I mean, I like Sam. He does a bunch of like musical theater stuff that I haven't seen you in enough of.
Is Jackbox.tv?
Yeah, Jackbox.tv.
Okay.
What's the
Shiba Inu are very playful.
Yes,
family dog.
Shiba's anus. Yes.
No, I feel like you're saying it wrong.
You're making so many enemies. They're so beloved.
The problem is they're very heavy shedders, and they bark more than average.
Here's the other thing with me and dogs, and I know it's like a sin to admit you don't like dogs, but because I'm allergic to them, and also because I lived for 2 years in Mexico where dogs are not domestic and they're gross, but also when I was 9 years old, I was attacked by a dog who almost bit off my private parts. So
was it a Shiba Inu?
Yes.
All right then. I guess I won't press the matter. Is everybody?
Yeah, I think everyone's in. Yeah, there's just 5 of us tonight.
My dog is being a menace right now. I like to give him my bye bottles after I'm done with them. And right now he is chomping at them and making a whole bunch of noise. So if you hear stuff, that's because I'm not muting fast enough.
We are not sponsored by Buy.
But if they did,
If
I would
they
eat
want to
up that.
sponsor us, we send us an email
I'd be game.
or leave a comment down in the chat.
The doobly doo.
Or just me. Just send me the email.
I like these long screens where the voice guy is explaining the rules, but we can't hear it because it's muted.
Yeah, it's muted because it echoes.
No, I get it. I get why we're doing it.
But also because we like to
There you
make
go.
jokes. All right, so now is the worst part of the stream where we're going to be looking at our phones, making up jokes, and it's just going to be dead silence. So enjoy that 90 seconds of.
Originally, Shiba Inus were bred as hunting dogs. They do really good in like a forest environment, like mountainous. They've got a lot of energy, which is good for like kids.
What?
Yeah, so Maddie has a very, very small Shiba Inu. It's almost like toy size. It was like the run to the litter, and it destroys bottles as well. And it just is very growly and fun. But it's only like a year old and very small. Like if I put him on my desk right now, he'd only be like this tall.
Oh,
Yeah, he's cute. He just shed a lot, like you said, or he sheds a lot once. Like for like a month of the year, it's really bad, and then the rest seems to be fine.
6 seconds left, Lions. 3, 2, 1, send.
dang it!
Hello, Jacob.
I
My
feel like normally we have more time.
you spent the first 30 minutes vamping. The perfect excuse for getting out of gym class is I have transcended this mortal plane and I had a scary dream last night.
I mean, the first one's good. It's just the wrong plane. They spell it's.
Oh,
Dang it.
Okay, what would a physics teacher know about planes? Okay, are you a pilot? Are you
I mean, it's not that kind of plane either.
an agricultural person?
It's a statement. The mortal plane, like being normal, being boring.
it's a bold choice to send someone a bouquet of TNT and lobster tails.
You know, a lot of people are allergic to shellfish.
Yeah.
Wait, so
A lot of people are allergic to TNT.
Which plane should it have been?
PLANE.
Yeah.
Look, if we're gonna get that technical, I'm gonna have no hope because I'm the worst speller on the planet. Instead of Truth or Dare, kids these days play Truth or Fortnite. Yeah.
I like that one a lot.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
It's,
Oh gosh.
it's a sad truth.
It's all or nothing, baby.
For a wedding to be legal in Florida, blank must be present at the ceremony. Who's Den?
Well, everyone knows Den. You don't know Den? He's at every
An
wedding.
Elvis
Also
impersonator.
in Florida.
In Florida.
Den.
Everyone knows Den, you know. Den lives in the Glen.
It was supposed to be Dennis Rodman. But
Yeah, but you spent the first 30 minutes vamping. What's your reflection doing when you turn your back? Reflecting behind your back or buying Dogecoin?
You see, Dogecoin is based off of the Shiba Inu.
Oh, it is. There are okay, but what?
But then
well,
there's
that's
also
wolf.
like
Dogecoin are only
Shiba
in the
Inu has
Dogecoin.
its own crypto, doesn't it?
There are other dogs in memes.
Name
what
one
I
other
assume-
dog name.
There's the chaos. I think it's a wolf though. I just realized, but that's the same thing as a dog.
No, it's not.
Aw.
Just because you're in the same class of candidate doesn't mean you're in the same species.
Okay.
Apparently, Shiba Inus are the closest domesticated dogs to wolves in terms of like biological relation.
What I
Yeah,
said.
Alan didn't know that. Now I can't vamp because I don't want to mess up. So here's the thing. Shiba Inu
okay.
gained a lot of popularity.
I just love how you won't drop it. It's so good now.
They average about 23 pounds for the males and about 17 pounds for the females.
15 seconds, Parker. I see Jacob in the chat, my most dedicated stream audience member.
I'm right
Since
here.
you're just joining us, give us in the chat a suggestion for a topic of debate. Why do mimes end up in the hospital? Every time they speak, they rupture a lung, or they were too good at their jobs. Because
What?
I don't get it.
Because, like, you're crushed by a piano or you fall down
Oh,
the stairs. It's so obvious.
I
It's
thought
hilarious.
it was.
It's
so-
great.
Lions, I don't know if you know this. It's fake.
I thought it was clever, but that's the
It's
thing.
fake
If
stuff.
you're good at it, then it's real.
It would be a mimed hospital. Let's say you have writer's block during a comedy game. What's the cure?
Oh
Yeah.
man, how do
All
I
right.
choose? They're both so
Okay.
good. Eeny, meeny, miny, twa.
Yeah. Okay.
Dang.
we deserved that one, I guess.
I mean, that was a hard one.
That was a hard one.
The name for a cruise ship that only caters to single ants. Cougar boat and the world's handsomest young man.
Well, aren't you?
Oh,
just-
that's good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Sam, yours was way better than mine. I was trying to think of a fun pun for like nautical terms, and I just had boat. Your bathroom isn't dirty, but it has started growing soggy Muppets and legs.
Ew. Ew.
Soggy Muppets is so evocative because it really suggests life.
See, but legs would give a whole new meaning to movement. You know.
Oh, gross.
A bowel movement. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, it's a joke.
No,
I made a pun. The most powerful thing you can declare before leaving a room. Bankruptcy. Fly, you fools. I gotta take a dump. Would have gone with bankruptcy.
My take on this one's controversial, I think.
Say whatever you want, but Gandalf said the most epic line before, leaving the room and falling through the layers of hell.
I mean, technically, it was all the same room. It was just really big.
Okay, this isn't just Spy Kids 2 where you can float down a volcano shaft for 4 hours.
That's literally what he did, though.
I saw him fighting it on like a mountainside. They must
Yeah,
have...
he falls all the way down the cave to the deepest depths and then fights all the way up to the highest heights.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, he fights from the bottom of the cave to the top
Gandalf
of the
doesn't
mountain.
have that kind of cardio.
He's a wizard.
So?
Oh man, I have to fight the computer. Oh no, why did my screen rotate?
Okay.
What?
I know that what I put wasn't the funniest thing, but I just wanted to be said that there was a point to it. There are stairs from the bottom of the mountain all the way to the top. Listen, there is no way Gandalf just fought a Balrog from the bottom of the world to the top. Fights don't last that long.
You are treading on some dangerous water.
10 seconds?
And
5 seconds?
and that is arguing with Tolkien nerds.
1 second? Ooh.
That is something you do not want.
Sorry, that was my tax person again.
Is she just lonely?
No, just she's asking me for information I already gave her.
Follow these 3 survival tips if you're lost in the wild. Drink your pee, phone a friend, or 50-50. Panic, run around the woods screaming, cry like a baby.
Have any of you seen, I think it's called Swiss Army Man?
Yeah.
With Daniel Radcliffe?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is
weird
an
show.
interesting movie.
Whoever wrote this needs to tell me what 50-50 means.
It's the Jeopardy. That's phone a friend 50-50.
Oh, I see.
It was the same as the the 3 most annoying habits in the world. Chewing with your mouth open, driving too close behind, fighting your ex-wife.
Hey!
Chewing with your mouth open, talking over people, hogging DDR at the Ninja
Oh,
game.
hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or
Dude,
Why didn't you both write the same first one?
yeah, it was good.
I ran out of time on that one.
Oh, does it fill in the blanks for you if you don't
I don't
do it
know.
in time?
It does.
Probably.
It does fill in the blanks for you.
Oh.
What are the 3 things you need for the best bachelor party ever? Drugs, much strips, wow. Martin Freeman, a ballooner who doesn't ask questions, a determined miner.
What?
That's
Like
a
a-
movie reference.
See,
Yeah, well, you got to be careful with which kind of miner you're looking for right there.
Well,
Um,
minor ER is
oh,
a
yeah,
man
that's-
who mines.
Yeah, I've told you I'm bad at spelling.
I feel like that's a pretty critical one to get right.
Oh man, it didn't. My phone is doing weird things.
you see, that's the
Didn't let
format
me vote.
for the Doge meme.
The sheep
Yeah.
inner-
Yeah, I know. That's why I didn't vote for it.
How much? Wow.
Gandalf chased the Balrog all the way to the top of the mountain. He didn't
Oh
fight
my
him all the way. Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, there was fighting on and off. Sure. All right, Parker's the winner.
Guys, you have to understand is that Gandalf ain't just some normal dude, okay? He's one of
He's
the
a wizard.
Maiar sent to Middle Earth to, embolden and guide men against Sauron. He ain't just some old dandy.
So last week
like
I was
a
in
cartoon.
Seattle.
And he literally used all of his strength to do it. He died.
It doesn't make any sense though. Like he spent the entire movie not the entire movie, the scene being like, "Don't engage with it, like run away." Why would he chase?
Because he didn't want to die.
What do you mean?
Because he was the only one who could engage with it.
He thought that they could get away. When he realized that they couldn't, he said, "Okay, I got to go fight this dude so you guys can live." Because
Wait, did we just start a new one?
It looks like we did.
I can handle one more round, I guess.
All right, catch up, guys.
Here's the thing. After he fell
Yeah.
down into the mines with the Balrog,
Uh-huh.
he then, like, they got away.
Yeah.
He proceeds to fight it. Why?
You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it tell you where it hid the bodies. Fight a Balrog to the top of a mountain. Well, because if the Balrog got out, it would do bad things. I don't know why he kept fighting it.
Balrog has been in this mine the whole time. Why is it just now suddenly thinking to leave?
What shape never took off with animal crackers? Oh.
Dang it!
Good.
Well, that's funny.
Dang it!
Okay, Gandalf fell into the deep there. It was no light except for the Balrog. That's why he chased him.
He
didn't
literally
want
has
to
a
get lost
spell
in the
that
dark.
turns his staff into a glow stick. Not a glow stick.
The name of an appointment scheduling app nobody downloads. Bing Calendar. Butt stuff.
Honestly, I would download butt stuff. I'd try
Yeah.
it out.
Aw.
Everyone tries butt stuff. They don't, they might not use it, but it's going to get downloaded. A good sign that Santa doesn't give a crap about his job anymore. He jimmies your back door instead of chimney. Continues to use coal in this climate. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
Topical.
good. That's good. It's a good one.
There we go. I get some points.
It was better than mine.
I'm not clever intentionally. I can only be clever on accident.
What your smart speaker
Yeah.
wishes it could say to you, huh? Take out again? Not really surprising. Hot singles in your area.
And if Myars are really that powerful, why was he so worried about being lost in the dark?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure his staff either fell down the hole or it didn't.
I think I do remember that.
Didn't it
This is a
break
really
too when the Balrog hit him?
strange thing to get upset about.
I'm
I
not
have
saying-
to say.
I just think more people should have voted for Fly You Fools.
I mean, that was literally last game. Although I wouldn't be mad if you brought up Sheena Inus again, so I guess that doesn't count.
So here's the thing
I
about
got so much money for
Inus, though. One of the big problems they have is hip dysplasia and like hearing
this
problems,
package.
patellar luxation. But I mean, in turn, you could get a mixed Shiba Inu and it'd probably be all right.
Yeah, I haven't had a dog for a long time, so I'm excited to have a dog again. It's been a long time.
I saw this puppy at Walmart a little while ago that was a Bernese Mountain Dog Australian Shepherd mix. And it was just the cutest thing. Because it was a Bernese coloring, but like the size of an Australian, it was
yeah.
adorable.
I think Bernese Mountain Dogs have really good temperaments, but they're also, most of them I've met have been among the stupidest dogs I've ever come across in my whole life.
Yeah.
I really hope it took my last one.
An awesome side effect of climate change. Hopefully, the dinosaurs are back doing sick flips. more beachfront property. Yeah.
No, that there's
I
less
think
beachfront property.
I think you'd have the same amount of beachfront property. It would just
No,
be
it's
closer.
less because
Well,
because
there'd
the
be
water
new-
goes up and the coastline.
Yeah, the
shrinks.
area gets smaller.
Yeah.
It made more sense.
Wait,
when
who
I
won?
typed
I didn't see. I'm sorry. What did you call me? Late for dinner. I know you said not to. Gandalf the gay.
Dang it! I thought mine was so clever.
They're both good.
It says, "Call me anything you want, just don't call me late for dinner." It's like a famous Western.
Yeah. What new rule would make MMA safer? Social distancing.
Oh man, no,
Shoot.
you gotta kiss me.
These are both really good.
Here's the thing about the Eagles. They can't just fly the ring to mortar. The whole point is that they have to be sneaky about it.
Yeah, because we're being watched. The crows and stuff were on Sauron's side.
And the Nazgul all have those.
It's just a matter of
lying
time.
notes.
It's just a matter of time before someone goes through Tech-Mex's phone and finds the dankest of memes. He only saves the best and butt stuff. Yeah. Well,
I mean, everyone downloads it.
everyone downloads butt stuff.
It's just a matter of if you forget to delete it.
I hate that it
The
gives
problem
you
is
your
that
own
it doesn't
prompt.
allow you to turn off notifications.
So you just get
And also, they're selling all of your information overseas.
Mm-hmm. Through the back door.
But it's funny, is it so obnoxious you never get to actually the functionality? If you use it, it's actually really good. It's a good scheduling app.
A little secret: if the line for the bathroom is too long, just poop in shoe or poop your pants. Well, one of these is objectively better.
Poop and shoe just involves so much more manipulation and effort.
It's a similar shape to a toilet as well.
Also, didn't the Eagles have to be like neutral?
No, but they are very prideful. They don't let anyone ride their backs.
I specifically
it was
remember watching people riding their backs.
Yes, but it was only because of
times.
Gandalf was there and he requested it, and because of the honor of the
Have any of you guys watched what is it?
the Lord of the Rings.
20? No, Dimension 20. It's like a D&D show.
Yeah.
I've watched a little of it. I need to watch more.
They have one season that's all about the like Lord of the Rings world, and it's extremely funny. And they go over that, like why the Eagles just aren't there. Like it's a very fun gag take.
That was a funny season, though.
Oh, have you watched it?
Oh yeah, no, I think I've seen most of them. Have any of you seen the new movie, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once?
Not yet. I've heard it's good.
It's good. Saw it last night. It's nuts. Mind-blowing. Very trippy.
I've only heard good things, so I'm excited to watch it. Three things that when you see them, you can't unsee them. Butt stuff, your parents having sex, why the Eagles wouldn't help. Ha ha ha. Surgery footage, a car wreck, those chipmunk movies.
I'm tired of butt stuff.
Yeah, it's overdone. You can only do a callback so many times before it gets.
And there are 2 callbacks in there.
Yeah.
I'm not good at these. I'll be honest. I'm just not.
I think you're in second place, Jacob.
I'm in last. I was last.
I
were you
was
in?
in second place,
Oh.
but we'll see where this goes.
3 things you must do to survive a bear attack. have a smackerel of honey, have a picnic basket, have a slow friend, fetal
No, it's-
position, quote Nietzsche, poop and shoe.
I feel like there's a third cartoon bear you could have referenced.
All right, Sam, put your money where your mouth is.
We could do
Your mistake is
Bear,
thinking that I have money.
Brother Bear.
Ice Bear. You could do a cartoon reference, maybe a little.
3 things you'll find in your aunt's bathroom right now. The body, the fight of your life, at long last closure. Organic soap, fresh towels, tickets to the Cougar Boat. Yeah.
I mean, the second one is good, but the first one is art.
What?
That's another journey.
Closure.
That was good.
I like to tell a story.
This is just the finale of some horror movie where it was your aunt all along.
You know, I gave you the ending. It's up to you to write the beginning.
Jeez, you won by a landslide.
I'm not smart.
Way to go.
All right. I think we are fresh and warmed up. I want to jump into TED Talks now. How about you guys?
Let's do it.
Actually, could I go first with that?
And with a TED Talk?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
for
I
sure.
need to like duck out to finish some
okay.
work, but I still want to give a TED Talk, dang it, and speak my truth.
Okay. All right. And if you just joined us in the chat, if you haven't heard so, we need to comment in the chat suggestions for topics that you wouldn't expect to see in an academic study while I exit out of this game. Why won't you exit? You have to press exit. That's the only thing I don't like about Quiplash. You can't exit to main menu from the... Where is... Okay, so I have all of the PowerPoints on my computer, so you can either like give me a little finger wag when you want to advance the slides, or you can just say next. But if
Okay.
you have just like a verbal cue, a visual cue, I can do that as well. I feel like we've talked too much about dogs to take that as another topic now. So let's take one of the ones that were suggested in the comments that I posted about prior to this was I really like this comment. Let me copy it over. Give me a second. Someone vamp about puppies again.
So the problem is a lot of people will go with mixed never mind.
No, commit.
You didn't have to finish that thought. We knew where you were going.
I know a lot of people have problems with puppy mills. The thing is, there are certain breeds that are more popular for a reason. And some breeds that, like, as much as you want to blame the owners or not, like, statistically are problems. And so I just think people shouldn't write off.
I think the problem with puppy mills is more that, like, it's not a healthy environment that they're being bred in. And
What's
it's not a
unhealthy?
humane environment. That's all I know.
I just know, like, because they still make you wait, like, no, cats is 8 weeks. I don't know how long puppies have to wait for.
I mean, it's a comedy show, so I don't want to get into the thing about it, but it's a pretty yucky.
All right. Left-handers. Friend, foe.
You ready, Sam?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Start when you're ready.
Now, before we get started, I want a show of hands. Who likes ice cream? Now, keep those hands raised.
I need to advance the slides.
Keep those hands raised. I want to
Okay.
take a look at those around you. Half of those holding their hands up can't be trusted. Actually, less than half. All right. Next slide, please. The human brain is such a beautiful construction, whether it be by intelligent design, evolution, or a third thing. It's divided into a left side and a right side. And as we all know, the right side is where all the good things are: the creativity, the love, empathy, useless trivia. And the left side is left for other things like addiction, child murder, puppy milling, and starting arguments about why did Gandalf go to the top of that mountain? It just doesn't make sense. Next slide, please. The lungs, 2 lungs. The right lung brings in all the good air, and the left just keeps all the toxins and smoke that shouldn't be let into the rest of your body. And where do all the negative thoughts from the left brain and the bad toxins from the left lung go to? That's right, the left hand. Not many people know this, but in ancient times, before the advent of toilet paper, left hand, just for butt stuff. Just for wiping. Next slide, please. Now, I know this is a difficult truth for people to accept. Oh, my father's left-handed, and he was a kind man. Or, I've known many left-handed people who are great. I need you to stop thinking with your drawn-out, medically correct heart and start thinking with that cartoonishly big heart that represents your soul. All right? And if you listen to that cartoon heart, it will tell you that the truth of this message is true. That lefties, sorry to use a slur, cannot be trusted. Next slide. Look at that paw. Ain't it nice? No, because it's a left paw. And this bear, who is left paw dominant, was rightfully put down. Every year, thousands of left-handed animals are put down lest they pass on their genetic imperfection to the next generation.
Oh, gosh.
Isn't it time that humanity take a cue from this culling of the herd? Next slide, please. Instinct, proclivity, resolve, IPR. What else does IPR stand for? Infertility, procrastination, rudeness. And what do these things mean? Lefties. Lefties all the way to hell. Next slide, please. In conclusion, to quote Ben Franklin, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, except for the left-handed bastards, the redcoats, keeping the American people down. I don't know about you, but I think Ben Franklin was a pretty smart dude. I mean, is your face on the $100 bill?
No, it's not.
So next time someone tries to shake your hand with their left hand, give them a good old punch for good old, honest Ben Franklin. Thank you.
That was pretty intense.
Yeah, that is the start of my
Manifesto
fascist regime.
It sounds like a lot like eugenics.
It's
Not a lot like.
kind of
Completely informed by.
Oh no!
Oh wow.
Anyway,
that's
see
a
you
side
guys.
of you I've never seen, Sam. I love you. Thanks for joining us. Go get your taxes figured out. But you're like super late.
Yep.
You got to get that crap done.
In an
Yep.
extension.
Bye.
All right, love you, Sam. Bye.
I still need to do my taxes.
I did
Well.
mine like 2 months ago. Now I'm gonna have a guy do it because now it's mine.
Oh no! Oh no! This is my wife, Elliot.
Oh.
My son's watching the stream.
Oh, it's cute.
Elliot, it's a joke. Sam was just doing a joke. It wasn't very funny.
Oh,
Oh.
Can't all be winners.
Who wants to follow that up?
I think I can bring the mood up.
Yeah. Oh, Sam is normally so nice too.
It kind of led naturally with the puppy mill conversation. I think it was just a natural flow, you know.
he's nice to you because you're right-handed.
Okay, all right. Jacob, you wanted to go next? Okay.
Yeah.
I made these slides specifically for you. I'm trying to find which one. You know what? That one's actually not. That one's not bad. I'm gonna throw you a curveball, Jacob, and I want you to use it.
Curve. Zoop.
How do you paste without formatting? There we go. Putting in the title as we speak. And slideshow. All right, are you ready, Jacob? For your TED Talk. Here we go. It's earwax. What is it good for? By Jacob.
Earwax. What is it good for? How many here use Q-tips like they're not supposed to? It's okay. You raise your hand, say out loud. Okay, one. A teacher, you use them incorrectly. Use them incorrectly. Yeah. So the fact that they designed those without knowing that people would put them in their ears is nothing short of cruel and vicious. And what I'm going to expose here is that their effort to encourage people to remove them was actually quite bad. And earwax is supposed to stay deep in your ears where you can't reach it. Please get to my next slide. It's okay if you've gotten rid of it. Your body will recover. I forgive you. Your body will forgive you. Your earwax is naturally there. You're not supposed to remove it. If you removed your boogers, fingernails, cut your hair at any point, also problems. But we're going to start with the earwax. Moving on. Let's all agree. I want some input from the crowd here. I want some, real honest answers here. No need to, do my science for me. When was the last time you remember cleaning your ears out? Please, Alan.
This morning.
This morning? Wow.
Yeah. I didn't use a Q-tip this morning because I was lazy. I used my fingernail and then I washed my hand.
Okay.
Wow.
It was fresh out of the shower, so I was
Fresh
clean.
out of the shower. Wow. I mean, the fact that you can say that so just open and honestly is.
Sometimes I use the corner of the towel and I
Let's move on because I'm gonna vomit and I don't want to do that on stream.
Okay.
So this woman here, she is actually the first person who I discovered did this at all, and of course I immediately removed her from my life because anyone who cleans their earwax out of their ears at any point is going to hell and is demon spawn. I'm sorry, Alan, but earlier today.
I get it. I get it.
Your religion of choice might redeem you. I'm not sure yet, but we're going to move on, maybe get to some of those religions, some of those options you might have. We're going to move on. We're just going to keep moving on. We're just going to power through. How did these get here? Holy cow.
Sorry, I have a question real quick.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
It looks like this one is taken from the shadows of an alley. This picture in particular.
You know, it's funny you say that. Next slide. Oh, yeah. So to follow up on your question, I knew that this next one would answer your question. I tactically positioned myself behind that fence. Got that file of earwax that she extracted earlier. That's kind of my talisman for finding her now. And then crept up the street all the way toward her window. And
What
those
does this
two
have-
green bottles. So, yeah.
What does this have to do with the earwax?
Next slide. So
Alan, you're so mean.
I need to come clean about something. I do. It is true what I've said about earwax. It is true, all of those things. But deep down, this has all been a very complicated scheme to get her to watch this video. Elizabeth, if you're watching this, please, I'm sorry about the earwax. I'm not a fanatic. I just knew you watched these videos, and I want you back so badly. I found where you live. Next slide. They caught me once. And but I found you after the relocation again because the earwax works. So we're gonna just push through. Number one. As you can see,
Oh my god.
really, really stable. Really figured myself out. I'm delivering TED Talks on a wide stage. Reason two. So that one speaks for itself. If you're watching this, you know that makes me a good person. Number three. I do. Again. Number four. That one actually isn't true, but I'm working on it. Number five. I'll let you borrow a lot more than my Fleetwood Mac album. Next slide. In conclusion, I've laid traps all throughout your home that only I know how to undo, fix. Many of them are snake themed, many of them are spider themed. This is not an act of malicious intent until you trigger one. So why don't you make both of us not criminals and let me in? Next slide. Thank you so much, Elizabeth, and the rest of this beautiful audience. Earwax is bad. That one was mean.
Oh my gosh.
You went through a lot of Photoshop effort to make that. You photoshopped at least 2 pictures, I think.
And
that picture is actually my sister Aria. So. Yeah,
I didn't know. I had to find a picture on Facebook with your not fiance, and I knew it was a gamble that it was probably a sibling. But you've got a really clean Facebook profile. You don't have a lot of pictures with other girls.
I'm so glad you told us that it was your sister, because I felt so bad for you. And your poor fiance watching this.
No, I don't. I think she's kind of going off and on, so I'll tell her that happened. But
I'll clip these and I'll post these separately too, so no one has to watch the whole slog. Yeah,
I talk to her all the time, so it was funny. But I'm glad. That's funny that you guys are like, "Oh no!"
I thought Alan was being way meaner than I thought.
If Jacob had an actual X on his Facebook profile, it would have been better. But
I feel like that's like relationships 101 is once you break up, you get rid of everything.
Right? You delete pictures. I don't delete anything on Facebook. I don't use Facebook very often, but
Yeah.
you're a very good sport. Thanks for doing that. It was hilarious to laugh at you.
I hope that was okay. By halfway through, I was like, if I don't drop the earwax thing, this isn't.
Well, that was kind of the point of that presentation.
It's like, I feel like this was meant for somebody not me.
Okay. Do you guys want to present as well? I've got a whole bunch of unused slides.
Oh, for sure.
Or do we want to try doing a debate? Because I unfortunately can't make slides for myself. But I could use slides. So we used to do this as a live show before Jacob decided to move across the country. But that was like 2 years ago. And so there are a lot of these slides that I don't remember. And I haven't presented on. So I could probably pull one up for 2 years from 2 years ago for myself and not remember it, just as long as one that I didn't make myself. Do you guys want to? Yeah.
I think Parker and I are both up for one.
Okay. All right. So
if we want to debate, we can. I'm also fine with that.
If you have more topics, throw them in the chat. Otherwise, I'm going to pull from topics that I was given from an earlier post from Facebook and YouTube. One of the suggestions was very niche, the Travels of Jane Farstrider. It's a Wheel of Time joke that only some people would get, and only if you've read the entire 15 books. So, Batman is real. That's actually not bad. Just trying to convince people that Batman's real.
There's a place for niche content. It's definitely this.
Okay, I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this suggestion from earlier. What even is dry cleaning? I just need to find. I need to pull up one of these. Give me a second. Who wants to go first?
I'll go.
Oh, no. That's a really good one, but... Okay. Hold on. Sorry, this takes some finagling. Sorry, this is for you, Parker?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. So once again, Parker has never seen these slides. He has to improvise a TED Talk on what dry.
Oh, so these are different slides than the one you sent me before? Just kidding, dumb job.
I didn't send you anything before.
Alan, that's not on the script you sent me. You're supposed to say something else. Do we just pick up here?
If you guys need me, I'll be in my trailer. I just, I like people to stay on script, so.
Okay. Sorry, this is taking longer than I thought.
Are you making the PowerPoint right now?
I'm putting in the title, yeah.
Did I ever tell you about the time that I did a protein purification final PowerPoint presentation, and I didn't make the PowerPoint until as other people were presenting that day?
For school?
I got the best grade in the class.
Awesome.
Because, like, as you would make notes on theirs,
because you've done the improv for years.
It was great.
It's almost like improv is a very useful life skill.
I work best under pressure. Okay.
I'm telling you, man, I use it every day in my job. Every day. Improv has done so much for my life.
Aren't you supposed to give people financial advice?
He just makes up the numbers
every day of my life.
I just make them up. Yeah,
no, it's the
sure. Invest in Dogecoin. Go for it. What's the worst that could happen?
That's why I got so excited. I was like, "Ooh, yeah, no, please." Don't.
All right, Parker, you want to give us your talk?
Dry cleaning. What even is it? Am I right? There's so many questions when it comes to dry cleaning. How can you clean something without getting it wet in the first place? That sounds like an anomaly. So let's hop right into this. Let's go to the next slide. So this all goes back to nature. Jim Dry Clean, the guy who invented dry cleaning, was avid bird watcher. And he would see birds, especially this is the great horned owl. You can usually find these in the American Midwest. They would clean themselves by lifting up their wings and using their beaks to clean the bugs out from inside of them. And as we all know, the reason that clothes get dirty is because there's tiny little bugs that get inside of them. And usually we drown them, but Jim Dry Clean decided, oh, we could just pick them out one at a time. Next slide, please. His wife, Esther Dry Clean, said this quote right here: "Hope is the thing with feathers." And what he didn't know is he was actually referring to she was referring to his daughter that he had with an illicit affair with that same owl. That there was a half owl, half human monstrosity who was named Hope. He would try to keep it away from his wife, but his wife found out and said, "Hope is the thing with feathers." Anywho, next slide. Now, looking at these two cartoons, which one do you think Hope most looked like? Would it be Woody Woodpecker or Foghorn Leghorn? Okay, they're both anthropomorphic. They both have many defining features. And the answer, of course, is Foghorn Leghorn, because Woody Woodpecker doesn't clean bugs off of his body nearly as efficiently as Foghorn Leghorn. We all know this. Next slide, please, please, please. This is well, it kind of, let's see, what's better, dogs or broomsticks? I mean, will the world ever know? Oh shoot. This is actually a picture of Jim Dry Clean himself. He was actually a basketball player. And he was looking for different avenues to start the dry cleaning. And he was like, all right, so we got the bird pulling off the bugs one at a time. We could also get a dog kind of, wiping their legs after they've done something, or it's just sweeping it. Owls get pretty expensive after a while. Dogs are pretty cheap to come. Broomsticks are very cheap, and especially if you invest in Dogecoin, you'll have enough of both to buy as much as you want. Next slide. This is how happy you will be if you start dry cleaning. In fact, Vivo actually hired Jim Dry Clean to clean all the clothes off of every music video they've ever produced. And he got really rich from it. Next slide. In the first century Mediterranean world, extending the finger was one of the many methods to use to divert the ever-present threat of the evil eye. But that was unnecessary once your clothes started to get cleaned. You would stop flipping off people as much as you used to. Yeah. Next slide. Let's just go for it. Let's go crazy. Just as birds evolved from dinosaurs, so have we as humans evolved from our wet cleaning to our dry cleaning nowadays. hopefully someday we'll be able to evolve past the bird and be able to clean the clothes on our own. Oh boy, this is going great. Next slide. Now it's your move. What are you going to do? Are you going to keep washing your clothes the old-fashioned way with your wet washer and dryer? Or are you going to evolve? Move past this ground that holds you down and clean your clothes dryly. Thank you very much. Oh, in conclusion, birds light up your world. And if you become a bird yourself, you will light up your own world. This is me trying to tell you to evolve into a bird person. So do that. A message from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
That was the stinger we needed.
Yeah.
I don't think that answered any of my questions about dry cleaning.
There's a lot of
Yeah, but it answered questions you didn't have, and that was important.
Right.
food to the soul.
Okay. I don't know if Stan Luna is a suggestion or if that's code for something.
Is that related to Stella Luna, a beloved children's book about a bat trying to find where it belongs?
Oh, I freaking love Stella Luna.
Great.
Like Chew the most? I don't know what that means. Sometimes we get Russian bots on our streams.
Well, whoever's Luna, she has a stand, so good for her.
Oh, okay. A K-pop group. Got it. I know nothing about K-pop.
I actually know a lot about K-pop.
Do you want to give a presentation on K-pop?
I'll give a presentation on whatever.
Let's see.
A 12-girl K-pop group? That would be so much to keep track of.
That's intense.
A lot.
Oh, that's nothing for K-pop. They go crazy. There's like 30 people groups.
I mean, that's like a sports team. That's amazing. Like, proud of them, but also like, wow. I mean, I feel like being the least popular person in a 30-person K-pop group would be like, I don't know, like, it'd be an interesting career.
Oh, Jason. All right.
I don't think it's a bot. She is giving a suggestion. She is giving a suggestion.
They're just very specific suggestions.
Got that hyperfixation right now.
We're gonna take K-pop, and just give it a little twist.
I'm gonna bring in Jinsol and Kimlip.
Jinsol and Kimlip should be a couple. I'm assuming those are members of the K-pop group, Stan Luna. Okay, Jason, are you ready to present?
Yes.
Okay, I tried to give it a fancy little title.
I appreciate that.
Oops. There we go.
I just want to start by thanking everybody for being here today. I know you have a lot of options. Thank you for flying Southwest. Our in-flight video today is going to be a little bit different. It is my last shift. Spirit Airlines has fired me.
And this is your manifesto, apparently.
And so this is just something that I really think needs to get out there. And I think will probably help you in the event of a crash more than any of the other crap. Okay? So go, sir, next slide.
Yes.
So, the year it all began, 1789. Korea becomes a country. Unified. One Korea. No North and South, no East and Southwest. Just one Korea. Okay? And when was music invented? Also 1789. It was just a natural growth and progression of these two beautiful things arising in the same period. Next slide, please. Now, when music was invented, Korea saw this as an opportunity. Okay? Now, most of the progress that has been made past the 14th century, we've just been standing on the shoulders of giants, kind of like we see here. K-pop was something new, something incredible, and something that I don't think a lot of people realize changed the world as we had never seen it before. The Industrial Revolution, the French Revolution, all products of the K-pop craze. Next slide. Now, I'll be honest, those first couple years of K-pop were pretty rough. Okay? A lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people were questioning, is this actually music, or is this just a whole bunch of tiny teenagers dancing around on stage? And you know, there was a very simple solution to all those naysayers. Execution. Which is exactly how K-pop executed the next phase of this beautiful genre. Next slide. So, you may not realize this, but at least 17,000 modern-day artists got their beginnings in K-pop. Michael Jackson, his full title is the King of K-pop. Elvis, Nirvana, the Beatles, and obviously some of these bands include more than one people, and so it kind of inflates the number. But some of the greatest minds of our time has K-pop to thank for leading the way and opening the hearts, minds, and ears of the modern music listener. Because before this point, we were just listening to, lyres and drums. K-pop is where we really got into some sick beats. Next slide, please. Two of the biggest influences or modern examples of K-pop, Napoleon Bonaparte. Obviously, history is told by the victors, and in the long term, Napoleon didn't win, but he actually expanded the K-pop, French K-pop, to a lot of the Eastern
French K-pop, a mouthful. It's just a bouquet.
It's bonjour. It's beaucoup. Okay, and the Smurfs, or what we like to call the Blue Man Group. Okay, K-pop has never been stronger in the Americas and in France. Okay, the K in K-pop, a lot of people argue, stands for Constitution, and in this case, the American Constitution. Next slide. Now, Pierre Victorien Vanguard, the one of the first composers of K-pop and choreographers, I might add, always said that there is a reason to fear that the revolution may, like Saturn, devour each of our children one by one. Because if you think about it, the cultural revolution that was K-pop starts with the youth, okay? This was a counterculture kind of revolution like the 70s, okay? It was the youths that were progressing this glorious, these sick beats, okay? Next slide. So here we just have a quick demographic of the people that listen to K-pop. 28% peasantry. That makes a lot of sense. 31% working class. 14%. You'll notice that kind of as we get to higher incomes, we people start to pull away from K-pop, but it just shows that this movement really resonated with the proletariat masses. Okay, the Bolshevik Revolution also began with K-pop. Next slide, please. George Jacques Danton really revolutionized the dance moves for K-pops. It was after this and after his influence that K-pop choreography showed the heads of its artists. Because before then it was, people were wearing masks, bags over their head. But really, once you started seeing the artists, there was a lot more connection with those working class individuals, and you could see that they were just like you. Next slide, please. So, in conclusion, Jinsol and Kim Lip should be a couple. Okay. Also, there are several marked exits on this. You should know those just in case. The tray table will do nothing. You know how to use a seatbelt. Just throwing that in there. Snacks are coming. But also, K-pop is not just a fad. It has been here for centuries. It is a staple of the musical industry, and it will remain and last as it continues to evolve with these new groups. Next slide. Viva la K-pop. Thank you.
Wow.
And yes, you can fly the plane. I don't care. I am getting fired today.
Wild framing there. Wild.
So also, just a side fact, because I was curious after that, Korea was founded roughly, they estimate 2300 BC. That was when Korea as a nation was.
Well, yeah. So the nation existed in that time, but when did the name Korea really get? And it's not just like officially introduced; it was picked up and acknowledged by the citizenry itself.
He's too deep. He's too deep.
What happened? I blacked out. How'd it go?
Really in that character. Amazing.
Wow. That was intense. So we can do this one more time. I think you guys said you wanted me to do it as well. So if if you guys could come up with a suggestion for a topic for me to go on, I've pulled up a presentation from 2 years ago that I don't remember.
Okay.
It was also not one that I presented on. Someone else made it.
I would like you to do a presentation on...
It's easiest to think of a topic and then create like the question.
Okay.
Or the anything.
Anything? The woman's body, the woman's mind. Knowing a woman's mind.
Yeah, you have your wife in the deal.
The deal. It's called a marriage contract. Okay. Navigating passive aggression.
At the subtitle? Knowing the woman's mind and navigating passive aggression?
Works
all right. Okay. I had it scooted over on my screen so I couldn't see the slides. Why is Minecraft William Afton so hot? Your suggestions are so incredibly specific.
He's like tuned into like the meme stuff. William Afton is the purple guy from what is it? Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, he has a Minecraft skin that's apparently just hot. I'm not as in tune as you are to the internet. So I'm going to give a presentation on the woman's mind. Well, we've had a long day. We've heard from some excellent presenters, the best in their field. And I would like to wrap things up with a presentation that I have spent the last 15 years researching. And this presentation will be the culmination of half of my life's work. I have spent these last 15 years trying to understand women. I am, in fact, a man. And being a man, I have a man brain, as most of the panel here would agree. Men think differently from women, and women think differently from men. So, I present to you Knowing the Woman's Mind, Navigating Passive Aggression. Because the woman's mind is nothing if not aggressively passive. So, nobody's home. Women don't think about much. Turns out they think about teddies and flowers and what's for dinner and a plethora of other subjects that most men would find completely uninteresting. But I dedicated my life to this, and I cataloged most of women's thoughts, and the grand majority of them are about fluffy things like teddy bears. But not all thoughts. Because, whoopsies, did I break your heart? Is often a question a woman will ask herself after she's broken your heart. Is it an accident? Is it on purpose? It doesn't matter. What matters is that the woman thinks it's an accident, because then she can be passive-aggressive about it and put all of the blame onto the man. Just remember, my character is being sexist right now.
Oh, okay, I got lost.
Uh-oh. Sometimes a woman can overthink. And this causes the synapses in the brain to make electrostatic connections that can overload the processors and often combobulate the mind, which is why many thoughts will be incoherent. But how can you trust again? Once a heart has loved and lost, once a woman has broken that heart, can a man find it within himself to forgive her and once again let her make dinner? I submit that you can. How to say yes to the new. Embrace forgiveness, because all a woman knows is passive aggression. Okay? We need to learn as men to accept that. With these phrases any man can use to get a woman on his side. Yes, please. I would like a sandwich. Thank you for bringing it to me. Mama's hungry. This one works in any situation and will instantly nullify any tension in the room. And if all else fails, if you accidentally make a mistake and offend a woman, just go with my favorite. Nope, it's opposite day. I meant the opposite of what I said. Please don't hate me forever. So, here's a little before and after picture of my great uncle Nicolaj Cage. Sometimes in my hobby, I like to Photoshop pictures of my ancestors and make them look even older than they initially appear. I'd like to give them old-timey pictures. Much like it's a hobby that I picked up when I noticed that women like going to those old-timey photo shoots and dressing up and taking pictures and then framing those pictures on the wall. So I thought, I might as well just cut to the chase and just Photoshop them for myself. This is just some of my work. You should also know that sweat is a sign of gratitude. If a woman is in the kitchen sweating, it means she's grateful. It means she's grateful. And I've really dug myself into a hole here.
What happened to your accent?
My accent hasn't changed the entire time.
Oh, there we go. It's back.
But if you want to come clean, you can always just ask her to be your Valentine. But I feel like we've glimpsed down many avenues tonight, and I would like to tie this all together and to just if you remember one thing from my presentation, remember this, that you can just leave flowers on their doorstep if they refuse to answer because of offense they've taken for whatever reason. I can't imagine what I could have possibly done that was wrong. Just write a generic apology, slap it on some flowers, and leave it on their doorstep. That fixes things 20% of the time, and those are pretty good odds. So now I will hypnotize you into forgetting this entire presentation. If you'll just look at the center of the screen and listen to the sound of my voice, and remember that remember your name and nothing else. And if that's not enough, remember this. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you. Thank you for joining me today. And I believe we've had a wonderful time. So that is all. That was
Ooh boy.
that was rough.
That was challenging.
Whew.
High difficulty there.
Those slides really set me up for failure, didn't they?
Remember that time you put Jacob
Ooh.
on on the grill?
when I photoshopped a mugshot of Jacob? Yes, I remember. It's as if the universe is calling out to me, saying, "You deserve this. You deserve this." Wow, that was a lot of fun. Thanks for participating. Thanks for sending us your suggestions in the chat. I love doing this. It's one of my favorite things to do. Should we wrap it up by playing maybe some Patently Stupid?
I can do some more Jackbox. Pretty easy, yeah.
Let's pull up.
Patently Stupid.
It's my favorite Jackbox game because it's the best of both games. It's drawful mixed with quiplash almost. Pew. I enjoy Jackbox. I just wish that their menus weren't so long. What? Why did you go? Just decided to go to windowed mode. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Settings. Almost there. Almost there. Yes, that Lions guy is really hot.
Oh.
Stop. I'm just a guest, you know?
Humble.
Is that profile picture of Jason Lyons on a Spartan race?
From like 10 years ago.
Man, he must be a buff boy.
Buff boy. This feels like we're making fun of you, but I genuinely mean that. That's something to be very proud of. That's cool.
How many times have you done the Spartan race, Jason?
5 or 6. It's getting to the point where maybe I'll only do it every other year.
I sent you guys the room code in the private chat. Once the game is started, if you're watching in the show, you should be able to join as an audience member and vote. We're just waiting on you, Jacob.
Sorry.
I don't know why it randomly decided to go into windowed mode.
What's the code?
It's in the private chat.
Oh.
It's all right. Because this is a presentation game, we can't have someone who's watching the stream join. We would love to have you join the audience. So once Lions, you're the VIP. Once you start, then it will show the room code, and you can jump in as an audience member. Not that we don't want to play with you; it's that we don't want to play with you. So there's that.
Everybody know how to play?
Yeah, skip this. Well, we can't hear the intro anyway, so
I don't know exactly how to play it, but I'm assuming I'll be able to.
So basically, it will, Jacob, it will present you with a problem, and you have to come up with a product that solves that problem. You draw a picture, you give it a title, and like a slogan, a little tagline. So the first step is it'll give you prompts for problems, and then it will send us a problem. You get to pick which one you want to solve.
Gotcha.
It's my favorite game. It's the best, and I love it.
Did you know that this whole game, Jackbox, was made by improvisers in Chicago?
Yes.
It doesn't surprise me.
Oops. Don't need to repeat that. There we go.
I don't know if I mentioned, I got a resin printer.
Ooh. That's
A
fun.
raisin printer?
Yep. Prince raisins. Supposed to be really good. The worst of the fruits.
I still have your regular 3D printer at my house.
I know.
Because you have an apartment building with no room. Are you gonna make me watch your resin printer too?
No, probably.
Okay, so now it's gonna send you 2 problems. You pick the one you want to fix. Ooh, these are weird prompts. So the first session, you will just be drawing your product, and then it will end, and then you'll have a second timer to give it the title and the tagline. So all you need to focus on right now is just the drawing. Okay, draw away. You have a drawer and a highlight color.
Yeah, I didn't think I was a very good artist, but I am putting some stank on this. I'm proud.
You also have an undo button, which is nice.
How
As if I had made a mistake.
I am drawing this, and I'm realizing that this is a terrible idea. That is incredibly.
Oh no, I didn't run out of time.
Oh my gosh.
It will still have what you drew. So
Are we gonna have to censor this for the stream?
Oh my gosh.
it saved your drawing.
I'm just.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Right.
go for it.
Write a title and a tagline.
Oh my gosh. Alan, I'm gonna get you canceled.
Okay. Whew. Mine's just okay. Not super proud of it. The thing is, you started saying that you knew it was wrong like 10 seconds
Well,
in.
because I drew a whole bunch and I was undoing a whole bunch, but I didn't realize it was not.
You got like 10 seconds, 5 seconds.
I'm okay proud of mine. It's
Submit,
pretty simple.
submit.
So like all the highlights are gone. This is
Okay. Now it's when it's your turn to give your pitch, select present I want to present myself. Otherwise it will do the presentation for you.
Oh, gotcha.
And it's lame. So it's the top one. I will present myself. So we've all been there. And I never know how much to season my chicken breast. When I'm making chicken breast, I don't know what's best. Sometimes I season too much, and sometimes I season too little, and often my chicken breast comes out bland. Well, not anymore, because I present to you Da Bomb. The best way to season your chicken is to leave it to chance, because fate won't have you eating a bad chicken. I present to you a ball of seasoning, which you can set next to your chicken and simply light the fuse and say a prayer, and the gods will bless your chicken with the correct amount of seasoning. And I guarantee you that if you use the bomb, you will have the best breast in the Northwest. So.
it's like a bath bomb, but for chicken.
Click present yourself, quick.
All right, so we're going about doing our business. Like I'm sure, like everyone has at least $1 million in Boeing stock, or whatever stock you choose to be in that particular day. And you just go outside and you see people that are poor, and that's just gross. So I decided to come up with this new product, the Equalidryer. For all of those people out there who want to feel better about the people around them, make them feel more valued, I'm going to show you a picture of it, see if you can get the concept first. I think you can all see where this is going. You can simply load your money into this incredible, beautiful product and disperse your incredible wealth to all the people that you see that have any poorness whatsoever. Because as we all know, if we're all proletariat, no one is.
Is this the infamous stop being poor?
No, it's stop
take
other
my
people
money.
being poor by giving up your wealth.
Maybe if you guys just budgeted better. Man, I'm tired of my spouse taking my hoodies. I buy hoodies specifically so that I can wear them, and she just takes them for herself, and I never see them again. And so, what do you do about it? Well, I present to you George Zimmerman. You know,
Go
maybe she'll
on.
be too afraid to steal your hoodies if she thinks there's the threat of death involved. If she goes out anywhere. And for some reason, it didn't have my tagline. But in Florida, anything is possible. And if she steals your hoodie, just tell her, don't be sus.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that one didn't go over great.
No, I knew it wouldn't. You could see that it was only half done because I kept trying to undo it.
Oh, God.
All right, y'all. You know the issue. Women these days, they're just too dang tall. I mean, I'm 6'4", and I'm always I don't know where to put my eyes. She's just so tall these days, you know. So I came up with the perfect product to help your issue with women that are too tall, and that is to date people who have not beehive hairdos. That's right. You know, we have these girls every day. They have the beehive hairdos here. They make you feel short. You know, they got the hair way up to the top. There's so many different hairdos they could have. They could have bangs. They could have A-lines. They could have a bob. They could have curly hair, straight hair, you know. But as long as it's just not going straight up, you will feel more confident with yourself as a man than you would with those tall hairdos. So date a girl with a not beehive hairdo, because Marge Simpson is timeless. Her hair isn't.
Wow.
Is it like a dating service? So you have like people that, you know, nobody had hairdos?
Yeah.
So yeah, you can vote for which idea you think is the best, and if it achieves a level of funding, you get your return on your investment.
Jacob knows this. He's a finance guy.
If your idea gets funded, you get more points.
I tried to click on the streaming screen, so in it.
And you have 3 votes in order of.
Oh, you have 3 votes?
Yeah, the first vote is worth the most points. Second vote, it's like 500, 300.
What if I really don't want to vote for George Zimmerman? And there's only 300?
There's.
What if I emotionally don't want to vote for George Zimmerman as a product?
I voted for him. Hey, you know, say one thing about the man. He got the job done that he set out to do.
Oh, okay.
Don't. Just let this end.
Efficiency is.
Bad touch. I didn't know. I didn't remember who he was. I thought I had to look him up on Google. I made it! Hooray!
There we go.
I get funded too. The bomb seasoning.
I think you must have won.
Nice.
Nice.
I think we tied.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we have the same. Okay, so the final round is the same thing, except that we all get the same problem. And we have different products to solve the same problem. I get to choose. If it.
I just want to let you guys know I'm going to do a lot better this round.
You don't need to apologize.
I hold myself to a certain standard with this game, and I just don't feel like I'm living up to those expectations.
Sometimes top of mind isn't great, you know?
Okay, one of these is I have too many collector Joker themed bathroom towels.
Click something.
I'm not picking it. My kids won't leave Nana's ashes alone, so we all have to come up with a product that that solves this. Hey, George Zimmerman could also work here.
Alan, I swear, if you just do a bike lock, I'm never putting on this show again.
Oh no! I don't have a highlight color this time. Shoot. I don't like that. I don't like that. Whew, that was quick.
Oh, dang it.
I take it back. I don't think you're going to be getting quality material. It's not as bad as the first one.
Ooh.
Yeah, mine wasn't great either. So
I'm proud of mine, baby. Parker,
All
you're
right.
up.
So you know those kids. They're pretty bad. They won't leave Nana's ashes alone, right? And why shouldn't they? Look at that urn that you leave them in right there on the mantelpiece. It looks just like a cookie jar. And those kids, they want nothing if they don't want cookies. So that's why you should put them in a fake cookie jar. If you put them in the oatmeal raisin cookie jar, those kids are going to stay far away. No one likes raisins, especially kids these days. You're not going to have an oatmeal raisin cookie jar, especially if you have like the snickerdoodles next to it or the sugar cookies. Who's going to go for the oatmeal raisin cookie jar? That's right. Put your Nana's ashes in a fake cookie jar. If it's not chocolate chip, those kids are going to dip.
That's a good tagline.
Practical. It's practical. It's not bad. Lions.
So I know what we're all thinking. Nana's ashes, they're not safe. Okay? Kids keep getting into it. Their hands are in that jar and they just won't leave it alone. Which is why I present the London Bridge. This London Bridge sits atop Nana's ashes on the mantle. And if anybody touches the ash on the mantle, then the whole building collapses. And everyone is at risk for death. Because we should respect Grandma's ashes and... boy, if when we touch Grandma's ashes, we all fall down.
The real nuclear option here.
It's called mutually assured destruction. I guess.
Thank you. Ashes to ashes.
You could have gone with a zero-sum game as well, I guess.
You know, your kids won't leave Nana's ashes alone. You've told them again and again and again and again, and honestly, it's just embarrassing when company is over. But why have we rethought this problem? Nana knew best. Nana was sweet and kind, and you know, some cultures would go so far as to eat their elders to imbue their knowledge within them. So let's give those kids what they ask for. You wanna not touch the ashes anymore? Congratulations, that's your seasoning. Nana soup, Nana seasoning, every bite Nana. Maybe next time you'll think about not touching your elders' ashes at other people's homes. See, now you've saved yourself embarrassment when you visit other places. Double down. Let the kids have what they want with every tasty bite.
Does this come in bomb form?
Bomb? Chicken bomb? Yeah.
Maybe can it be integrated with Da Bomb seasoning?
We're working it out of partnership.
Kids these days, they just don't know what it was like to live back in Nana's time. They're ungrateful, they are uncaring, and they have the attention span of a flea. Well, if your kids are disrespecting Nana's ashes, I present to you, really, the only solution. Set your ashes in the middle of the room and create circles of barbed wire, dig out some trenches, and buy our product to help out called the Western Front. Because if your kids really want Nana's ashes that badly, they need to experience what she experienced on those fields that day. So buy the Western Front today and connect with Nana the way she would have wanted.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Boom.
So, does the Western Front work a lot like the age line in the Goblet of Fire?
I like that one. I like that one and that one. I tried to also draw a trench, and I'm not good at like 3D drawings on a phone with my finger. So,
I'm telling you, London Bridge has got something to it. I like the energy.
It's a hostage situation.
Aww.
succeeded.
Nice.
Did I not get funding?
I think you got the most funding because you're last.
No, I didn't. I can't lose on my own live stream.
So sorry. I mean,
Well-
just deciding to eat your grandmother's ashes is a pretty big swing.
It's a
So
big swing. It's a big swing. Congratulations, Jacob.
Woohoo.
This has been patently stupid. I always forget the name of this game, even though it's my favorite game. Well, that's a good place to call it because some of us have to work in the morning and some of us have to make YouTube videos. So, Jacob, it was great to see you. It's been a long time. It's been too long. Thanks for joining us tonight. Thanks for giving us your suggestions in the chat. We had some fun. Let us know if you want to keep doing this type of thing. If you want to see more TED Talks in the future, I want to keep doing it. If you're watching this post live stream, the same thing. If you give us a comment on this video, we might use it as a suggestion for the next couch party, which will be in a month, 4 weeks. So, thanks for joining us. It was a blast. You guys have anything to plug?
If you do want to go to my YouTube channel, I have a lot of old videos of me in China, and then I also put up my D&D tables that I run, which are very fun, but they're not edited at all. So, and I'm not trying to get viewers. So, you know,
What's it called? What's it called?
It's just my name. Just Jacob Clarkson is my channel. I probably got to make it an actual thing, but I love doing that. And other than that, nothing else really to plug. I'm a financial advisor.
If you want financial advice,
I do.
I can connect you with Jacob. So, thanks for joining us tonight. It was fun. I like doing this. It's a chill stream where we play games. So
it's fun. Yeah.
Bye. I guess.
You guys have a good night.
Right. What? Oh, you just saying goodbye.
Yeah. Have a good night, guys. See ya.
Right.